Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So I want to do a little update here on the hero stuff, right? And I mean, we could sort of talk about what we think might happen throughout the course of November. November's going to be an interesting month. I've seen a lot of global players, have discussions about like, oh, the thank you celebration, when is that happening? Like that's typically right around now. And I mean, you got to remember that the thank you celebration LR, that's Tech UI Sign Goku, who came out, 3 months ago for global. So it's like, I don't. There is a major piece of the thank you celebration, or Tanabata for JP, that is missing that they do have to slide in, and that's a set of Purunga Dragon Balls. A lot of the other stuff I think could be easily just crunched in, kind of like how the Roshi stuff was, for global very recently. But we're going to talk about this hero stuff, and then also what may be happening throughout November here. So we are going to be getting this video, which is going to reveal details for the heroes' characters, celebration campaign. It's going to be at my time on the 3rd at 9 p.m. 3rd at 9 p.m. for me is when that video is going to drop. Now, typically the hero stuff starts like sometime like the 20th. Like I think God Trunks was on the 25th. A lot of the other heroes characters are like the 22nd and stuff like that. So it's kind of like in that time frame. Usually we already know what the heroes characters are because they actually reveal that in the Heroes Anniversary live stream, which did not happen this year because of course Heroes is done. Dragon Ball Heroes is no more. So what I'm thinking here is that we may actually see Heroes drop a little bit earlier. And that's where Rick comes in. Rick, pretty good about this stuff, pretty tight, pretty on the nose, typically ends up being correct with kind of like noticing this stuff. So regarding sales ending on the 10th, actually, why don't I just go ahead and pull this up? Let's just take a look at the global celebration info, JP celebration info. I don't know that it really matters too much. So sales end, 10th, 11th, right, is when the stuff is going to end right there. The Super Dragon Ball Hero mode in Super Divers opens on November 11th. So it makes sense if the Dokkan collab is on the same day this year instead of the usual time slot. That does, of course, make a lot of sense. And then continuing on here. I keep bringing this up. They told us that we're getting a new skill this month. Don't think they'd put that in the November slot if they were just going to add it in an app update without implementing it on a character until the 10th anniversary. So if we take a look here, here, of course, is the roadmap. We see a lot of this stuff right here is what we got during October. The change of summon format, which is good for a lot of players. Greatest Warrior, the panel missions, I think, is a W. The character details, and then the icons in battle. A lot of these things have been adjusted, right? Yeah, I believe character details are talking about, like, being able to see how many times a character has super attacked in a fight, taken hits, stuff like that. And then icons is that, things like stun and seal and stuff like that. Their icons have been actually changed. So now we could take a look at this. We're in November right here. New skill added, character details, etc. Interesting that we have this in development for the 10th anniversary because, I mean, you go back years and I mention my working theory, which is why one reason November is typically so dead at the start and it just feels like there's a lot less going on is because they're kind of putting extra effort in towards making the anniversary thing shine. I feel like that still does kind of make sense. And then we see we're going to be getting the free-to-play Frieza's Awakening from the story mode soon. There's the Dragon Ball Hero campaign. And then that's the Christmas LR, the Divine Dragon Carnival right there. All right, so we got that. This doesn't appear to be a normal dead November. I think we could see a new mechanic either for Dragon Ball Heroes itself or a surprise release in the usual Dragon Ball Hero time slot. So, could we potentially see like some special carnival banner or something like that drop? This is where we could point out this. So, we've now had 3 instances of this. This Dokkan Fest plus Carnival, this Dokkan Fest plus Carnival, and now Lord Slug's Dokkan Fest we've gotten these things. Under the Gammas, it says they're scheduled to be held in a banner after the worldwide campaign. Gogeta, scheduled to be held in a banner after the worldwide campaign. And then Physical Rose will also appear in upcoming banners. So I'm not sure what exactly they're doing here in terms of, where exactly are the heroes characters going to land, and, could there be another banner this month also? So looking at all this info, it does seemingly make sense, right? That we could see the hero stuff on, that same day that there's going to be sort of the thing going on with Dragon Ball Super Divers. That does make a lot of sense. Obviously, the companies in these games, like, they kind of get together. They make sure that everything is sort of synergized well. But then what is this exactly? I mean, what could be, like, the most boring option is, I don't know, maybe for Global gets, like, Jiren and a lot of that type of stuff, kind of like, in this week right here, towards the end of November. And then to match that, for JP, what they do is they maybe create some sort of filler banner. JP has not had, like, a filler banner. Global's had a bunch of them. They don't really do those on JP. Like in what would be, like, an actual, like, LR slot or something like that. Like, literally, remember, one of the huge, like, what are they thinking moments is on JP, they released the Int LR Ginyu Force, and then on Global, it was just a banner with, previously released characters. It didn't make any sense. And not like an extra category summon banner or anything like that, but it was as though that was a banner that took a time slot. Like, again, it just didn't make sense why they would do that. So, I mean, perhaps this is just going to be some sort of funky return banner for the anniversary carnivals, and then maybe for Global, they could actually add, the anniversary carnival characters to the Global Jiren banner. I guess is something that could happen. I mean, if Jiren is going to be coming, Global players, I mean, you guys don't need me to tell y'all, that's a skip. I mean, Jiren is good, but, I mean, he's not anything that you need to be summoning for. No way. Absolutely not. I mean, to be fair, though, every single banner that comes up, I'm going to be telling players to skip. I mean, Jiren is a double rates banner, I guess, which is nice, but, I mean, maybe we'll see what the Christmas Carnival banner is going to look like. Although this character was the Christmas Carnival last year, and I thought they aged out basically overnight with the 9th anniversary. I was not a fan of this character basically once 9th anniversary content dropped. It's like you could kind of get away with them being like a bit of a spectator in the fight, but they're not actually really able to help out too much. That LR, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. So, I mean, it's going to potentially be a lesson for some Global players who might summon a lot on these banners that, I mean, right at that start of the anniversary, at the start of the year on JP, typically, I mean, they've been giving us explosive power creep. 2 of the last 3 anniversaries have had, like, the most disgusting power creep ever. The 8th anniversary did not. Right, that anniversary did not have some huge jump forward or anything like that. It was like Sin, Red Zone Broly, and like a lot of the same fights, Metal Cooler Core, basically going all the way up until July of Tanabata, right? Like, there was not like this huge, like, new difficult content. That could happen this year, so definitely keep that in mind. So, let me know what you guys think. What are we going to be seeing? We'll get a lot of answers on this day when we actually get the reveal for these heroes' characters. I think that seemingly does make a lot of sense, that we'll see the hero stuff on the 11th or 10th this year. Usually, this does matter right here. Like, the day sales end. And then, new sales come up, and then they drop, like, a new banner. Like, that is a legitimate way to tell when sometimes they're going to be dropping banners. So, Let me know what you guys think. I'm definitely excited for the hero stuff, but again, I think they might look exciting. Maybe we'll get like some Evolution Blue Gogeta, or the Universal Blue Goku. There's a lot of different things we could get, but I mean, we'll see what that power creep is going to look like. Also, I guess I should mention this, but many times the Halloween Dokkan Fest does kind of tie in well with the heroes' characters, and we know that's going to be for sure this year because Slug leads Demonic Power, which has a lot of heroes' characters on it. Fu and Mira and Deborah and all those types of characters. Demigra is on Demonic Power, right? Yeah. Like a lot of those characters are on this category. So we'll see. We'll see, what heroes is going to look like. So let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys next time.